Hello, Rita here. Welcome to New Nail Tech Success, where I help you get started as a nail technician. How y'all doing, my YouTube homies? Hopefully you're doing as good as I am today. So let's just jump right into this video. Today we're going to be addressing the lion, tiger, and bear. I want to go to nail school, but I can't afford it. Okay, and real quick, for those of you who don't know, lion, tigers, and bears is a segment I'm doing on this channel to address the fears and obstacles that come into play when you decide that you want to become a nail technician. Like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, she was scared of the lion, tigers, and bears. These are the obstacles, challenges, and things that come our way that make us run away or decide that we really don't want to be a nail tech, even though we do. So we are going to bust through these obstacles, these fears, these challenges, so that you can start your career path to becoming a nail technician. Alright, so here we go. You want to be a nail technician, but you cannot afford nail school. So what are you to do? Well, listen closely, okay? My solution for this is to forget nail school. What? You heard me, forget nail school. At least for now. You can't afford it, so forget about it. You know that you have to go. Every state requires that you have to go to nail school to be able to do nails professionally. Okay? We know that. But at this point, you don't have the money, so don't worry about it. Okay? What you should focus on, my suggestion is to learn as much as you can from YouTube. Devour it. Teach yourself. Okay? And that's why I have this channel, to help prepare you and to help you teach yourself. Learn on your own, because that's what you're going to have to do anyway. Because if you don't know, school does not teach you the practical things you need to make it as a professional nail tech. They don't. They don't. They teach you what you need to pass your state board so that you can become a legal, professional, licensed nail tech. But to be a nail tech where you actually know how to do services, it don't teach you that. School don't teach you that. So you have to teach yourself. So my suggestion is to take this time, learn all that you can on your own through YouTube. If someone is in your area, a friend that's more advanced to you, or someone that you know that do nails, ask them, approach them, or whatever. You know, and in the meantime, as you're building up your skills, who knows? Your circumstances might change to where you'll be able to afford nail school. Okay, have you inquired? I'm assuming that you have already inquired at the school, and you found out that maybe you don't qualify for student loans, or don't want to take student loans, or you don't the school doesn't qualify, you don't qualify for any grants or anything like that, and that it will be out of your pocket. This is what I'm assuming with this issue. Okay, and like I said, right now you can't afford it, but who's to say that your circumstances won't change later? If a lot of schools now are doing payment plans, okay, perhaps you want to work and save up that money. Or maybe you can prepay for the school. Prepay up a couple of months. You know, you might have to work and go to school like I had to do. Well, not initially, but to finish paying it off, I had to. I couldn't pay it all off, I saw, from the money that I had from my severance, from my old job. So I had to get a job to finish paying them. And then I was able to get my my license that way. But the main thing is, don't let this deter you from being a nail tech. Okay? School to me is the last step in the process, because what usually happens to girls, myself included, is you go to nail school without any experience or knowledge or anything and think that school is going to teach you. You go and then you realize quickly that you're not learning, pretty much of anything. Then you get out, you're not employable because you have no skills. And so now you have to backpedal and try to find ways to learn. Thank God again for YouTube. When I was doing this, there was no YouTube all like this. You had to physically go to classes if they had them in your area, or you had to try to get the money to go to classes in other states and what have you. Okay, but now it's a whole nother different ballpark. This is the best time to become a nail tech. Don't let the fact that you don't have the money right now to stop you from doing it. Okay, get your skills up. Start doing friends, cousins, relatives. You can do that. Get that practice in wherever you can on actual people. You know, where there's a will, there's a way. The main thing is to get into action. Okay, because when I wanted to do this, I had the money, but I couldn't get the time off from work. Then I had the time off of work and really didn't have the money to go. Finally, I just said, forget it. I want to do this. And I stepped out on faith. Okay, and when I stepped out on faith, the doors just opened. God opened it for me. I call him God. If that offends anyone, I'm sorry. I call him God. Call it whatever he is to you. Or if you don't believe, you know, that's your preference. But the main thing is to just get into action and be serious about it. And the doors will open for you to go to school. That's it. And don't worry about it. You know, school is like, give yourself a year, 6 months to dedicate yourself to learning. And I guarantee you, you will be able to go to school when the time is right. And the thing about it is, and this is what I've learned in my years, when you try to force something right now, it just crumbles. Okay, when you relax and say, okay, I want to do this, I can't right now, so I'm just going to let it alone. But while you leave it alone and have it in the back of your mind, you still working, I guarantee you the doors will open and everything will just fall in place the way it's supposed to. You know. Okay, guys, so let me give you an example of things just working out when you just let go and just let things happen on their own. So if you don't know, I let my license expire, and so I wanted to get it back. So I called the Ohio State Board of Cosmetology, and they told me that to get my license back, I would need to take 16 hours of classes and pay them $200. Okay, so I went ahead and I took the classes, paid for the classes, but the $200, it was like, okay, where am I going to get that from? I work part-time, guys, so I don't just have a extra $200 laying around. So I was just like, okay, maybe I could pick up some extra hours and pay for it that way. Well, at the time, there weren't too many hours to pick up at my job. So I was just like, okay, well, I'll figure out something. I really wasn't stressed about it. I was just like, okay, I'll figure something out. So I was talking to my coworker and, you know, telling him the situation. He was like, well, you know, we can cash out vacation time. And he said, because I might have to do that too. And I said, oh, okay. So he looked into it and he was like, he came back to me and was like, well, you can only cash in 6 hours. And I was like, wow, 6 hours. That's not going to help me. That's not what I need. So I didn't even bother. I wasn't even going to bother with it. So I think maybe a month or so went by and still didn't have a clue as to how I was going to get this $200. And I had a deadline. The board gave me a deadline where the price was going to go up. So I really needed to get that money. But I still wasn't anxious or pressed about it. So my coworker, the same coworker, called me out the blue one day and he was like, yeah, you know, I told you you can get 6 hours of your vacation time, but I found out that you can get 20 hours of your vacation time if it is your birthday. I'm sorry, your anniversary month. And guess what, guys? It was my anniversary month. Yes, it was like July 29th. And so that meant I had like 2 days left of my anniversary in that month to be able to get the full 20 hours. So I went, put in the request, and it was on my next check. Like close to $199, $198, something like that. And it was effortless. I remained calm, and I did everything that I could do. I took the classes. I looked for extra hours. I did my part, and then I let go, and I let God. And he provided. You know, He made it possible. So, all I can tell you guys is to relax, do your part, practice, study, do what you can do to prepare for school. And when the time comes for you to go, the way will be made. The money will be there. The provision will be there for you. Okay? But you have to do your part and you have to work. Because faith without work is dead. Okay? So I just hope that I've encouraged you guys who are faced with this obstacle to be encouraged. Because it's already done. If you believe and you work, it will be taken care of. You will be able to go to nail school when the time is right. All right? So until next time, guys, take care.